Hey guys, okay, so for my first video I've done this everyday makeup look. So I'm wearing eyelashes, and that might not be something that some of you want to do every day, but for me, I personally love eyelashes. And as for the eyeliner, that's been my go-to every single day since I was in high school. Yeah, this is my everyday look. If you want to know how to recreate it, please keep on watching. Okay, so first off, we're going to start off by priming our face with the Rimmel London Stay Matte Makeup Primer. This primer can be found at your local drugstore for only about $6. For all you people that have oily skin, I think this is the perfect drugstore primer for you. Also, a little side note, if you guys hear popping sounds in the background, it's fireworks, so just ignore that and enjoy the video as I massage this primer into my face. Next up, I'm using this e.l.f. eyebrow duo brush to do my eyebrows. It has a spoolie on the end and then the little angled brush. And then I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade in dark brown. This stuff is amazing for everybody out there that has thick eyebrows like me or like really long hairs. This pomade will definitely keep your eyebrows down. Next up, I'm going to be using this concealer brush by Beau Gachis, which came in an Ipsy bag 1 month. And I'm going to be using Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind concealer to apply to the brush and to just correct any mistakes I made on my eyebrows and to just make them look nice and clean, sharp, you know, just correct any mistakes, to also use as a highlight underneath the eyebrow on the brow bone and then above it just to correct it and make them look nice. Next up, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Soft Beige, using the applicator that comes with the foundation, which I find extremely convenient because I have long nails, so with a pump it's been getting underneath my nails, but this has been extremely convenient. And I find this foundation to be very full coverage and matte, so I absolutely love it, and it's only like $4 to $5. And I'm also going to be using this Real Techniques damp beauty blender to buff out all of the foundation all over my face. Next up, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC25, but I'm going to be using the applicator from the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer to apply this. I ran out of the Urban Decay one, so I've been using the MAC one until I can get a new one, but I think this one works really well as well. It's the same color as the Urban Decay Naked Skin one. It's completely full coverage and it does a really good job of highlighting underneath my eyes and of acting as a primer on my lid, because my lids get really oily. So if you don't want to use an eyeshadow primer, you can just use your concealer for a primer and it works just as well. Then I'm going to be using the same damp beauty blender that I used to buff out my foundation to buff out the concealer all over my eyes, underneath my eyes, and anywhere that I put the concealer really. I find that this Real Techniques beauty sponge is very similar to the actual beauty blender, and it works just magically for a drugstore beauty blender that's only like $5, so next up, I'm going to be using the Ben Nye Luxury Powder in Banana to set all of the concealer that I applied. I'm putting it on this little tray that I have, and then I'm using this triangular sponge just to be easier to apply underneath the eyes and really anywhere that I put the concealer. And I'm going to do some slight baking, but I'm not going to really overdo it because I find that this powder works really well in keeping everything matte, and I don't want to make my skin too dry because I really do like kind of a dewy finished look, so I'm not going to be baking for too long, but I'm just going to apply the powder all over the areas that I put the concealer in and leave it there for a few seconds or maybe up to a minute. Also, another thing I can say is that if you are applying powder and you are baking, you would want to set something that's sort of similar to your skin tone so that you don't get flashback in your photos. So this banana powder works extremely well for me. Then while I bake my face a little, I'm going to be using the Hoola bronzer by Benefit Cosmetics and this crown brush that I got also in an Ipsy bag to just sort of contour and bronze up my face a little bit. I really love the sun-kissed look, and I love my face to look bronze and not completely pale because for a Mexican, I'm pretty pale, so I like to make myself look a little tanner, and I think that this bronzer works extremely well for that as well. Next up, I'm going to be using this angled brush that I got from some kit at Ross. Unfortunately, I do not remember what the kit was called, but I'm going to be using this to contour my nose, and really you can use any angled brush that you have to do this. Just make sure that you start at the base of your eyebrow, just like I'm doing right now, and then going straight down and buffing it down to your nose so it looks natural. Next up, I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics really fluffy brush to remove the excess powder that I was using to bake with. This brush is extremely soft and does a really good job of removing all of the extra powder that's on my face. Next, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder in St. Lucia and the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush to apply the blush. Honestly, this blush is not really that pigmented, but it gives enough little hint of pink and sparkle on my cheeks so that I look a little bit rosy cheeked, but not too much. Next up, I'm going to be using the Kylie Jenner Loose Highlight Powder from her new summer collection in Tahiti, and I'm going to be accompanying it with this BH Cosmetics Fluffy Eyeshadow Brush to apply it more easily onto my cheeks and tap the excess off of it, because honestly, a little goes a long way with this bad boy, and the powder will go flying everywhere, but it sure will stick to your cheeks. I mean, just look at that glow, and if you could see it in person, it is blinding and it is beautiful. So this one has more of like a rosy tint to it, so it sort of makes up for the lack of pigmentation in the e.l.f. blush, but I honestly still think it's extremely beautiful and extremely blinding, and I love me a good highlight, so I'm applying this bad boy everywhere. Next up, I'm going to be using Kylie's pressed powder eyeshadow called Take Me on Vacation, and using the brush that comes with the eyeshadow palette, and then I'm going to use spray tan to apply really all over my eye, but mostly on the crease, just to give my face a little more bronzy look. I think that this color is beautiful for it, but honestly you could still use, if you want, you can use a bronzer that you used all over your face for this, or just any warm light color if you're wanting to go with the same look that I'm doing for my eyeshadow. Also, a little side note, the eyeshadow color's name is Spray Tan. I didn't actually use spray tan on my eyes, so just a little side note. Next up, I'm going to be using this really crusty looking e.l.f. ink eyeliner to do my eyeliner. And honestly, I know that for some people eyeliner might not be a thing to do every day, but I've done my eyes with this eyeliner for as long as I can remember, since I was like a sophomore in high school. So this is my go-to look. Honestly, I look weird now with that eyeliner like this, but yeah, this is just something that I use every day, and I really find this ink eyeliner to work really well, especially if you're a beginner. You can use this and practice, and it lasts you pretty much the whole day. It might turn a little gray if you don't use a concealer as a primer, but if you're using your concealer as a primer on your lids, then you should be fine. Next up, I'm going to be applying these false eyelashes by Kiss, but I'm going to be doing that off camera. Next up, I'm going to be using the Send Me More Nudes Velvet Liquid Lipsticks by Kylie. And I didn't show it, but I'm going to be using Naked, which is sort of like a brownish nude, which I absolutely love, and I could wear this every single day. Okay, so now you guys have seen how to recreate this look, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I tried to be versatile with all the different makeups I use. I use high-end, I also use drugstore products, but apart from everything that I had in the video, I'll have everything in the description box down below. I also have a little disclaimer. I'm Mexican and I'm bilingual, so I have a lot of family in Mexico that likes the way I do my makeup and have always been asking me to teach them how to do makeup, so a lot of my videos are going to be in Spanish just all together. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, share. Thanks for watching.